This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Halloween podcast. I am your host, Lyle Perez. Today is October 28th, 2024, and you are listening to episode 47 of our Haunted America series. Today, we're journeying to Washington, the Evergreen state. Known for its vast forests, rainy weather, and vibrant cities, Washington is also known for some of the most haunted locations in the Pacific Northwest. From haunted theaters to eerie cemeteries, we'll uncover the lingering spirits that call this state home. It's a state that I've been to a few times, never really been to any haunted locations, but I have been to this state. So grab your ghost hunting gear because we are on our way to Washington. First up is the infamous Oxford Saloon in Snohomish. Built in 1900, this saloon has seen its fair share of violence over the years, especially in the basement and card room. One of the most well-known spirits is Henry, a policeman who frequented the saloon and possibly worked as a bouncer. Tragically, Henry was killed in the saloon, and his ghost is often seen near the basement stairs. He's known to be especially fond of pinching women in the ladies' restroom. But Henry isn't alone. Two female spirits, Kathleen, a former madam, and Amelia, a young woman forced into prostitution, are also said to haunt the upper floors. Kathleen is described as wearing a purple dress and matching bow, while Amelia's spirit is often found near the closet where she met her untimely death. The Oxford Saloon remains open to this day, and its eerie atmosphere makes it a must-visit for paranormal enthusiasts. The historic Mount Baker Theater in Bellingham, built in 1927, is one of Washington's most haunted spots. The theater is said to be home to at least 4 ghosts, but the most famous is Judy, believed to be a young woman who died during the theater's construction. Judy is known to take a particular interest in male employees, often calling them by name or touching their shoulders as they work. She's been spotted in the theater's balcony and backstage areas, where employees often report hearing her giggles. In addition to Judy, there are reports of cold spots, glowing orbs, and phantom voices echoing through the grand halls. The theater is still a popular venue for shows, but its ghostly reputation keeps visitors on their toes. Next, we head to the ruins of Northern State Mental Hospital, once home to over 2,000 patients. The hospital, which operated in the early 20th century, had a dark history of electroshock therapy, lobotomies, and other gruesome treatments. The patients who died within its walls are said to still haunt the area. Visitors frequently report seeing the apparition of a nurse, often pushing a wheelchair with a patient, and hearing disembodied screams echoing across the grounds. The hospital is now part of the Northern State Recreation Area, where visitors can hike and explore the eerie remains of the hospital buildings. Be prepared for sudden cold spots and the unsettling feeling of being watched. Next, we head to Thornwood Castle in Lakewood, a stunning Tudor Gothic mansion built in the early 1900s. The castle has long been rumored to be haunted, especially by its original owner, Chester Thorne, and his wife, Anna. Guests have reported seeing apparitions of Chester wandering the halls and experiencing sudden cold spots in the castle's elaborate gardens. The castle is especially famous for its role in Stephen King's Rose Red, and fans of the film often claim to feel a ghostly presence as they walk through the rooms. Thornwood Castle operates today as a luxury hotel, offering a unique blend of history, elegance, and paranormal intrigue. Our next stop is Port Gamble, a small town on the Kitsap Peninsula that's considered one of the most haunted places in Washington. The town's Walker Ames house is the most notorious location, with reports of children's laughter echoing through the empty rooms, and sightings of a woman known as the Nanny, who roams the halls. Port Gamble also hosts an annual ghost conference in November, where paranormal investigators and enthusiasts gather to explore the town's haunted history. You can take a ghost tour throughout the town, visiting the Walker Ames house and other haunted buildings while learning about the area's rich history and its lingering spirits. Next, we explore the Manresa Castle in Port Townsend, a striking structure built in 1892 by Charles Eisenbeis, a wealthy businessman. Originally designed as a private residence, the castle was later converted into a Jesuit retreat and eventually a hotel. The tragic history of a Jesuit priest who allegedly hung himself in one of the towers adds to the castle's haunted reputation. Guests and employees report seeing the priest's apparition lingering in the hallways, especially near the tower where he met his end. Another frequently encountered spirit is that of a young woman who was believed to have jumped from a window after learning of her lover's death. This spirit is known to manifest as a cold breeze that fills the room, along with sorrowful whispers that seem to echo through the castle. Manresa Castle remains open as a hotel, where visitors can experience its luxurious accommodations and maybe a ghostly encounter.
This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
This is a mini meditation guided by Bombas. Repeat after me. I'm comfy. I'm cozy. I have 0 blisters on my toes. And that's because I wear Bombas, the softest socks, underwear, and t-shirts that give back. One purchased equals one donated. Now go to bombas.com/listen and use code LISTEN for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com/listen and use code LISTEN at checkout.
Built in 1909, the Hotel Sorrento in Seattle is a landmark known for its elegant design and its lingering spirits. The hotel's most famous ghostly resident is Alice B. Toklas, a writer associated with the early 20th century literary scene. Alice's apparition is often seen in the 7th floor, especially in room 408, where guests report hearing piano music and seeing shadowy figures in the mirrors. Another hotspot for paranormal activity is the Madrona Room, where glasses have been known to shatter unexpectedly, and a chill often fills the air, even on the warmest days. The hotel also has a resident specter known simply as the Tall Man. This apparition has been seen lingering around the hotel's historic elevator. Today, the Hotel Sorrento continues to welcome guests, offering a blend of luxury and ghostly charm. Next, we're going to go back to the Walker Ames house in Port Gamble. This place is often referred to as the most haunted house in Washington, but for very good reason. That's why I'm mentioning it twice. Built in 1888, the house has seen countless reports of paranormal activity, with a female spirit in a long dress seen near the windows and a young girl named Annabelle frequently spotted on the stairs. The house was also used as a makeshift hospital in the early 20th century, adding to the eerie atmosphere. Visitors report hearing footsteps in empty rooms, seeing shadows flint across the walls, and encounter cold spots throughout the building. The basement and attic are especially active, with guests feeling a heavy presence and witnessing toys moving on their own. Walker Ames House is in the town of Port Gamble, which is still open to the public and offers ghost tours. The Rucker Mansion in Everettville was built in 1904 by the prominent Rucker family, who were instrumental in developing the city. The mansion is rumored to be haunted by Jane Rucker, who died after a tragic fall from her carriage. Jane's spirit is often seen ascending and descending the grand staircase, her presence accompanied by the strong scent of lavender perfume. In addition to Jane, guests and staff report hearing unexplained noises like doors slamming shut and footsteps in empty rooms. Some have even seen shadowy figures flinting across the mansion's large windows. Although the Rucker Mansion is not regularly open to the public, it occasionally hosts tours that offer a peek into its storied and spooky past. Nestled in the heart of Seattle's historic Pike Place Market, Kel's Irish Pub occupies the Butterworth Building, a structure with a chilling past that dates back to the early 1900s. Originally constructed as Seattle's first mortuary, the Butterworth Building served as the final stop for thousands of deceased residents, making it an unavoidable epicenter for restless spirits. Designed with a basement morgue, autopsy rooms, and even an incinerator, the mortuary handled both tragic and untimely deaths, as it became the city's primary destination for bodies during Seattle's darker days of disease and disaster. Given its history, it's no surprise that Kel's is now considered one of the most haunted spots in Seattle, drawing in both paranormal enthusiasts and curious patrons alike. Today, Kel's Irish Pub is known for its lively atmosphere, but a darker energy often reveals itself amid the laughter. Many patrons report encounters with a shadowy apparition, including the most frequently spotted spirit, a tall, disfigured-looking man in an old-fashioned suit who lingers near the bar, watching patrons with a distant, unsettling gaze. This ghostly figure is often joined by the spirit of a young girl, thought to be one of the many children who passed through the mortuary during its early days. She's seen darting playfully between tables, her laughter echoing eerily through the pub, especially around the basement, where the mortuary once stored its young and identified. Kel's Irish Pub remains a favorite haunt, offering a chance to enjoy its lively atmosphere and the presence of Seattle's restless spirits. And there we go, everybody. That was our look at the state of Washington. A state so rich in ghostly activity, and one place that I had to do twice. Well, I kind of did twice. One was the town in general that I kind of highlighted, the Walker Ames house. And then later on, I did the Walker Ames house because there was a lot of ghostly activity going on in that one. Still, I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. If you've been listening to a few episodes of the Halloween podcast and you haven't subscribed yet, please take a second right now, hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all of the cool things that happen here at the Halloween podcast. I got a lot of really good episodes coming very soon, so you guys don't want to miss any of those. If you guys have any questions, comments, or want to suggest anything for a future show, send me an email, thehalloweenpodcast@gmail.com. If you'd like to support the show, you can do it a couple of different ways. First, you can go to our website, thehalloweenpodcast.com. Check out our merch store. We got a lot of cool stuff up there. Feel free to buy whatever you'd like. All proceeds go to help the Halloween podcast. Probably the easiest way to support the Halloween podcast is to take a second right now and leave us a 5-star review on either Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you're getting your podcasts from. I'm pretty sure there's a place where you can rate or review it. So just please go ahead, take a second right now, leave me a 5-star review. I'd really appreciate it. Doing something like that really does help the Halloween podcast grow, find new listeners, and kind of hit that algorithm that everyone is always trying to hit. And while I got you doing all of that, why don't you go ahead and go to Facebook. We have a page there, facebook.com/The Halloween Podcast. Go ahead, give us a like, stay up to date on all of the stuff that I like to post there, because I do post a lot of stuff throughout the entire year. So if you're a Halloween fanatic and you're new to the show, don't worry, because the show is on year round. We celebrate Halloween all year here, so it'll be a lot of fun. So go to facebook.com/The Halloween Podcast, like the page. And guys, we are getting closer and closer to the end of Haunted America. We're almost there. I can feel it. Come back tomorrow, because we are on our way to West Virginia, another state that I have been to. And just like the episode of Pennsylvania, where I went to Gettysburg, I also went to West Virginia, and I also went to a haunted location that I'm going to be talking about. And I got some more pictures, so make sure you go to that Facebook page, because you don't want to miss these pictures of 19-year-old Lyle floating around with an ex-girlfriend at an abandoned prison that's haunted. So I'll tell you all about that on tomorrow's show. All right, guys, have a good night.
Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. Shopify is there to help you grow. Shopify helps you sell everywhere, from their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system. Shopify's got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout, 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms, and sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. What I love about Shopify is how no matter how big you want to grow, Shopify gives you everything you need to take control and take your business to the next level. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S., and Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklinen, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. Plus, Shopify's award-winning help is there to support your success every step of the way, because businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Getting engaged can be stressful. Getting the right ring won't be at BlueNile.com. The jewelers at BlueNile.com have sparkle down to a science with beautiful lab-grown diamonds worthy of your most brilliant moments. Their lab-grown diamonds are independently graded and guaranteed identical to natural diamonds and ready to ship to your door. Get $50 off your purchase of $500 or more with code POD at BlueNile.com. That's BlueNile.com, code POD for $50 off.